Welcome to Aesthetic Academy, the only school that won't put you in debt, but probably won't help either. If you have no clue what's going on, don't worry, neither do the instructors. Now, get out your art supplies and quit eating your paint because class is in session.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Aesthetic Academy. I am Tap, as always. You just came over from my house flipping nonsense, possibly. If so, welcome to the other side. I'm joined once again by the lovely Minfish.
Hello, you can also call me Mommy.
Okay. And
You're
the
free?
wonderful Gravity Bee.
Yep, that's me.
Very cool. So we're doing art versus artist? Oh, no. We're doing Meet the Artist today.
I'm gonna eat my bagel since Tap came in and immediately crushed my spirit.
You did insane emoji. I don't know what that means. I don't speak bottom.
You don't. It's not my problem. You've never understood Johnny Moo Boy in a way that only I can. And lemon.
and lemon.
Mostly lemon.
Mostly lemon. Oh, that's cool. Drizella, Ursula, roller skates. Oh, that's cute. I actually have one of these from forever ago.
I can't remember if I tried to start mine and then call it a day, but...
Okay.
I never thought I was good enough to ever do one of these. I was like, I'm not an artist.
Damn,
I just have an artist job. I just have an artist job.
Oh yeah, how's your new job? How's that going?
Actually, surprising. Well, maybe not surprisingly, but I think it went really well. I mean, it was mainly like an introduction week, right? So it's not super busy, but you know, compared to my previous work, I didn't feel like anxious to start working.
Oh, that's good.
And everyone is like super cool, and they have like, I don't know if I can tell their company secrets, but they have like this challenge that they do like I think every Friday.
Yeah.
And it's called
the secret benefits of every company.
3-minute animal, and they have to like draw an animal by the previous winner's choice in like 3 minutes in like a very shitty app.
Oh, that's fun.
And then the winner gets like these bits that they then use for the auctions that they have. But then it has to be like specific auctions because we are not allowed, because it's I'm working for like which does like these auction thingies, and we're not allowed to actually bid on like existing products. But then there's like the inner auctions that they're specifically for the employers, so you get them like bids if you win like the 3-minute animals. Pretty cool. And I'm like, this is like such an interesting like company culture, and I'm really here for it. Like, it's totally different from my previous job.
Yeah.
Also, Tap, I'm being a good little girl. I'm doing my warm-ups.
Oh my.
Oh. Let me do some circle action.
Some circulars.
But I can't use my entire elbow. I feel like that feels extra unnatural. Maybe.
How are you doing it when you do like your whole elbow? That feels unnatural.
I don't know, because I'm quite small. Well, I don't think I flick my wrist. I don't know what I do.
Yeah, as long as you're not like flicking your wrist like to make the lines, like if like when you're using your elbow. I mean, yeah, and like sometimes that's fine and well. Like it's. Sometimes you use your wrists, sometimes you use your fingers, sometimes you gotta use your elbows. Sometimes you gotta use your shoulders. That's a weird one. That's like,
Are we even talking about drawing anymore? Like, what's...
We're talking about fucking... No, yeah, drawing.
Yeah, we're talking about using dicks as jetpacks.
I think TikTok figured that one out already.
Come again?
As far as I know. Hello, Stinkies. Hello to you, Ro.
Hello.
Ro.
How are you, Ro? How's the Valorant? Are you the highest tier yet? Have you gotten 87 aces exactly? Have you done any art today? Those
None
are my
of those
questions.
words are in the Bible. Whatever those first things were. Like, what the hell?
The Valorant? Valorant's not in the Bible. We're not allowed to play it. Could you imagine if those were, like, actually the rules? Like, you
Like,
weren't
you
allowed
can't
to say anything like, any word outside the Bible. Like, if somebody wanted to say, like, Gadusi, like, they couldn't. It's not in the, like, it's not in there. You know?
I mean,
or any new words that they invented, like, any new scientific words. Like,
Yeah.
they're trying to tell someone that they have COVID, but they can't. It's not in the Bible.
It's
Why
not in the
am I
Bible.
not drawing? What's going on?
Val is in the Old Testament. I'm a little surprised that you knew that, but also I wouldn't know enough to fact check you that on that row. This is like
Yeah,
telling
that's
people that Master Chief's suit jerks him off in the books, but
Canonically, it does
too
now.
lazily, but everybody's too lazy to read the books, so they could never ever fact check it.
You know who does fact check that? BDG.
You're right. It's too late. You won't. I know you're trying to summon memes, but it's not gonna happen. Because they are somewhere without Wi-Fi right now. Hanging out with a cat, living the life.
Living the life.
Lord is with thee, thou might mighty man of valor. Interesting. Is ant in the Bible? Wait, we did establish mixing words to make new words.
Wait, is the Bee movie?
Is Shrek in the Bible?
Is Shrek in the Bible? For anybody who is religious, is Shrek in the Bible?
I thought you were
Help-
going to say
help
to
us
each
out.
their own or something like that, but this is better, I think.
It was a debate.
It was a gift. Go to the ant. I don't know if you're just Googling, like, Bible verses with ant in it and getting all of these. Because there's no way that you just have this knowledge in your heart.
You know what? I don't doubt Ro that they
You
would
got
just
that shit
know
memorized? What?
Ro is a child of God. Get him!
That. Get him. I'm assuming that the art are not. God damn it! I keep saying that. That this kind of thing, like Meet the Artist, should be done in your style, right? Like your.
You can do it whatever you want.
Okay,
Doesn't matter. It's your Meet the Artist. Bro.
I don't know. I was just trying to, like, I see all these, like, cute things, and I'm like, okay, is this, like, a specifically, like, you gotta do your style, like, show people? I'm like, because I'm going for, like, a gritty, like, grimdark fucking, you know.
Go for it.
You're just gonna turn yourself into an eldritch horror, and you'd just be like, "Yeah, that's me, bitches.
That's me.
That's me. Yep, that's me." If
bet
you
you're
could see
wondering.
into the future, hoping life would be a breeze.
I bet you're wondering how I got here.
Yo, Twycross, what's poppin'?
Hey, how's it happening,
Donkey's
man?
in the Bible.
Donkey!
Donkey!
Twy
Put a
using
little flavor on
the Tapnuki poggers.
Hell yeah.
Inkwell 1 pog, Inkwell 1 pog, Inkwell 1 pog.
I actually did the Inkwell one like that because it looks like another L, and yeah.
I'm
Inkwell Wheat Speak. I should have done like Ink W311 or something, but I don't know.
It's okay, when you're partner, you can write whatever the fuck you want in there.
For real?
Yeah.
Well, let me choose like what to write. like as my prefix thing.
But you have to have like somewhat of your username and somewhat of a letter in there.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if you could just slap a number in the middle of it and it would like that. Oh god, I'm dying.
B.
I've actually been smoking for the last 40 years. No. But I don't know if it'll just let you slap a letter in the middle of it.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually it might. I don't know the certain amount of letters you need from your username to like start it, because it wants a certain amount of letters from your username, then it like wants a number from us.
Yeah.
And then it wants like whatever you're putting. I don't know if I should be holding Bingy or
Bingy.
cherishing Pingy.
I feel I need to add like my future snail child on it.
You could.
It's a little dookie. This isn't that what
Church
the
of
show looks
Shrek.
like.
The Holy
Also,
Book
I
of
don't know
Shrek.
how I look like.
The Book of Broger. Onion genuses. Is this the Bible you memorized? Not the God ones? Because this one I could understand you memorized.
You know what? I think because I never go
memorized
outside, I
both.
shouldn't put on shoes. It's gonna be socks.
You memorized both. Jesus. Row is too powerful memorization. What we drawing? We're doing the Meet the Artist door trend. Not fucking door trend. It's always gonna go back to the Encanto door. It's this. Ugh.
It's okay, yell at me. I can take it.
I'm crying on the inside. I'll cry about it. Well, I'm eating a bagel, so I'm not really drawing anything. The stream kind of snuck up on me, didn't it?
I'm
Me too.
sorry.
I was like watching.
No, it was funny though.
And all of a sudden, like Mouse was like, "Oh, I will be home around 9," which was a total lie because he's not here.
Liar.
And then I was like, "Okay, that's like in an hour." Wait, that means that it's like 8. That means stream is starting soon.
Look, the last time I went past 11, I got yelled at in my own stream.
I'm sorry, I will never do that ever again unless
I like as soon as you rated a not live channel, I was sitting there being like impressed that it even let you do that.
Yeah.
And then you started streaming. I'm like, quickly we gotta decide what we're doing. I gotta eat this bagel.
I'm sorry.
It was funny. It was a good bit. I liked. But I also hated it at the same time.
Oh my god.
If I was on the other side, funny.
Contemplating if I should give myself the hair that I have right now or the hair that like I would usually have if I would actually take care of myself and get a haircut. Like, do I want to represent myself now or represent myself how I aspire to be?
Bro, what did I just witness with my eyes? Is this punishment for all the Shrek TikToks I send? It's also one way to be a fish and be released. There was something else I was gonna ask. Ro, and now I can't remember. Oh, how do you feel about Shrek 4D closing down? I remember. Shrek 4D got get. COVID killed Shrek 4D.
Oh my god.
Is it that bad of a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
There we go. This feels not terrible.
Uh-oh, almost caught myself lacking. Except that's might how it be. Is this the day where we all draw 3 1/4 pose? Could it be?
Maybe. I mean, I was gonna do a side profile, but then I realized that every like selfie I've ever done is a fucking side profile. Except for the one where it's the undo thing, which I'm actually quite proud of. Let me see if I can find it. I posted it somewhere, and I remember everybody was like, "Wow, that's really good art of Willy," and I was like, "It's selfie." Like,
Art of Will.
I can't look like Willy, dude. There's already a joke that we're both fucking the same person anyway.
Well, I have never seen the two of you at the same time.
No!
Oh, the undo one. Were they saying in stream that it was Art of Willy? Like, the hair is not even,
there we
like,
go.
past, like, an ear.
I do remember Willy saying, he's like, "No, my hair's not that cool," and I was like, "Oh, really?"
Oh, babe.
Wait a minute, did I just do my hair fucking backwards?
Oh, I almost forgot my butt chin.
Left to right. No, okay, alright. I did it backwards in this one, damn. Yeah, I was doing like a warm-up doodle, and I was like, man, I did a really good job with that.
App was about to scream.
I was about to scream. I was gonna have to I was like,
my
fuck
head
it.
was underwater.
I need to change which way my hair goes right now. Just like completely train it the other direction.
Bro is sending me cursed images for after scream. Little do they know, it's actually Tap that streams it. So I'm getting all your notifications, Ro. I know.
Oh,
Answer the Shrek 4D question.
we stream from my computer.
Even though I guess my internet is supposed to be better now, I haven't noticed a difference. So, but maybe if I upload the VOD, maybe it'll make a difference. Maybe I'll notice. Maybe it won't take 3 hours like it normally does. Maybe it will take 2 seconds. And then I'll laugh all the way to the bank, I guess.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
You're right.
This reminds me of also one of the TikTok trends going on right now in the art community where it's like, draw like what you think you look like and then draw faithfully from reference. Because that's what that's what I'm feeling right now, except I'm like, what do I look like again?
Oh, I thought you meant mine for a second. I was like, I am drawing from reference.
No.
I'm like,
No,
I've been working out so many.
This trend.
I've got the man titty.
I've got the titty to prove it. Don't fight me.
I do. Tip won't stop fucking touching him. Although, guys...
So sad. So very sad.
Guys out there, like... Does it not feel great when somebody rubs your pecs, if you've ever had that happen? Like, holy shit, I did not realize how wonderful of an experience that is. Just, like, come up behind you, start rubbing your pecs, and you're like, I didn't know you could massage these muscles!
I thought you were gonna say if you even have pecs and burn like 95% of the male population.
What? No, everybody's got pecs, even if they don't like fucking show, dude. I mean, I've got
Unless
big old fucking badoinkers.
Big old titties.
I come rob everyone's pecs in the world.
Oh my god. I will say Tip has tried to do that thing where like you like motorboat your partner kind of thing, but she'll like grab my pecs on either side and she's like, why won't they move? Like, I'm sorry.
Stay out of this or I'll punch you in the boob. I don't have boobs. I have pectorals. Bam! Ow, my boob.
What is that? It sounds familiar.
It's a TikTok town. I don't know what it is from originally. It all gets boiled down in the TikTok conglomerate. I think it started as like a kid asking like an adult or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing things not I. Freddy Fazbear twerking meme. Bold of you to assume I've never seen that before, Ro. It is not from Glam Rock Freddy. No way. That can't be the origin. It's from Paranorman.
Oh, still I've never seen that.
Is that how I've got? So all of my wife gets me these T-shirts that like it's a specific cut where like the sleeve comes in at like an angle kind of thing. Mm-hmm. It kind of looks like a baseball jersey or something like that. But it kills me because I'm always tempted to just like spray paint like Mega Milk on the front because it looks like one of those fucking shirts.
Yeah. Mega Milk, Mega Milk.
Mm-hmm. Right now, without any detail, I look like a fucking like CPR dummy.
I saved dick by giving it CPR. Maybe I should so tip that song.
What?
It's a cupcake song, so you know it's choice.
There you go.
Alright.
Also, Ro, when are we all playing in silence again, huh?
Never again.
Why not? Did you hate it that much? Right now? Oh shit.
Oh, I'm making myself not round-faced enough. Still.
No one has invited me. We also have not been playing. I'm not gonna organize on baby. Okay, I'll figure something out. I'll figure something out, child. Don't you fret.
Fret?
Yeah, don't you fret.
I mean, don't threaten us either, but like, damn.
I'll threaten you. I don't even know what pose I'm like going for. I just drew face and I called it a day.
Belt.
I mean, I guess if I gotta draw my character wearing fucking pants and not just dick hanging out.
You're right. Just draw a cowboy hat in front of it.
No, it's gotta be the cowboy hat smiley emoji.
I don't know why my brain went to TwitchCon beanie or like the weighted beanie you have.
Oh my. B, is there something you want to confess?
No.
Damn, the immediate rejection. She said, ew, get out of here, Grandpa.
Ew, Grandpa, no.
Sorry, Grandpappy, I only tell Unky Colin.
Unky Colin.
Unky
Oh my god.
Colin.
Fucking Bigfoot was really fun.
Bigfoot is very good.
It's way better, I think, with more people.
Yeah, Jay bought it now. It's gonna be big. It's huge.
Yeah.
Well,
Although huh?
we need to figure out what the fuck is wrong with like the player Bigfoot, since apparently like you can just kill anyone instantly and continue killing anyone instantly.
Yeah. He fucking downed me in a river, and then was just like staring at me, like breathing in my ear heavily, just like, I'm like, Jay, what are you doing? What are you doing, Jay? Go away. Like, please.
So good.
Oh, I know what to do for my thing. Oh, I know what to do for it. Hold on. We gotta do, like, the...
So welcome to our stream. If you haven't been here before, if you would like more antics, hit that follow button. Berber Bigfoot, that is. Ah, shit, I lost it. Fuck.
Would you?
I thought we agreed on a cowboy hat. Exactly. See, Tunthorn agrees.
Your thing? No, I gotta do, like, 1,000,000 coffees. Like, do, like, a Zenyatta kind of thing. But have, like, 1,000,000 coffees floating behind me.
I got the power inside of me.
It's funny, too, because, like, coffees don't even affect me the same way. They just calm me down.
Hold on, I'm hitting it right now. Pog. Pog champ.
Hitting what right now?
Oh, bro.
What
Kitten, please unblock me. I love that it's a, like, shadow. Because that reminds me of the video that's like, fuck, the one that we watched that was unbridged, you know? It's like, that makes you a total cuck or something.
Oh, the Shadow the Hedgehog one. Right. These girls, they won't view you as they view you as an object.
I am a gamer.
They'll put you in the friend zone. I'd like to be in the friend zone. I want to be a friend. That doesn't make you a friend. That makes you a beta cuck. Like, what? If you've never seen the video, look it up. It's not hard to find. Just type in, like, Shadow and friend zone, and it'll immediately come up.
I need to put rough peace. I'm gonna piss on the moon. Yeah. I need rough cat shape. There we go. And then I can figure out what the fuck I'm trying to do here. What is happening? Mint's like already done. She's speedrunning so she can go to bed.
But this is just a sketch.
What do you mean it's just... Oh my goodness. Mint is too powerful.
Too powerful. Too powerful.
I don't remember how my rainbow sweater looks like. I don't know where it is. I haven't seen it in like a while.
Oh, wait,
but it's like my staple sweater that I like would wear every day. Maybe Mouse threw it away because he was like, this bitch wearing it every day is like molding.
It's stinky. It's gotta go.
I do think that I have already nailed like the dark circles under my eye.
anything, I need the Bingy to be the most accurate. She is the real artist. She's the real artist behind the slaughter. Fuck, we should have an Among Us night too.
Sure.
Among Us.
Alright, I illegally merged the layers.
Illegally?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
I didn't have like a license for it.
Great at murdering and gaslighting. Gaslight, gatekeeping, girl bossing.
We'll just do.
I think they were trying to come up with a male version for that. Yeah, I was.
Mansplain,
yeah.
male wife.
Manspread, male wife. Yeah.
You think? Yeah.
I think anyone can girl boss though.
I think
You just
they're
have to
not.
embrace it.
They're in the same like. Kind of, like, what do you call it? The same camp, but they're not the same thing. Is what I understand.
No, because if men just gaslight, that's just men being men.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Got him.
Or am I?
Or am I?
You know, I am always genuinely concerned that like I mansplain or fucking
Nah.
you know, anything like that. How the fuck do I do this? Oh my god.
Like, it's only like a specific type of people who do that. Like, otherwise, I feel like it's not really a thing, except for like a specific type of people.
Gotcha. I always just worry because like I have a ton of advice for everybody constantly. And it's hard to know where the line is between Uncle Iroh and fucking Chad from accounting.
Well, you're also. I think art advice is a lot uncommon knowledge as opposed to like the mansplaining aspect where they're just like, well, you see, a car is operated by using this little stick thing. I don't know how to drive a stick, but this is what I think you're supposed to drive it like. And then you put it to the right gear you have to go in, and then you zoom.
Oh, it's okay. Is it just like common knowledge then?
It's just like kind of like telling, like, oversimplifying how common things work just because you think that a woman wouldn't understand how it is.
Oh,
Or like explaining
okay.
something to a woman in her own field.
Gotcha.
Man, I got mansplained soap at some point.
Soap?
Soap. It was like, I don't remember the exact context, but it was something. Someone tweeted that a certain like soap that is often like in Finnish culture used to clean rugs. That the smell is very intoxicating, and I was like, oh yeah, the shampoo of that is like I really like it, but I made like a mistake of, like, the name of the soap is named after trees, and I made a mistake of the words, and I was like, oh, you're talking about that soap for cleaning carpets and not like shampoo. I made a mistake because haha, I'm a foreigner, I don't understand Finnish. And it's like, well, technically the soap that you clean for carpets is soap even in Finnish, like it still means soap. And I'm like, yeah, I fucking know that it's soap. Shut the fuck up.
I'm a native speaker?
Well, I'm not a
Remember
native
to
speaker, but
explain.
like I still understood it.
Save.
Like,
Tapsplaining, damn. See, my understanding of it was always that it was like unsolicited advice too. You know? Was that it was like, okay, but who asked you kind of thing?
Oh, yeah, I would say also that, but it's like mainly like if I would be a graphic designer and I'm like talking about my graphic design job and then someone is like, you do know that like with graphic design you use like programs like Illustrator, for example, and you have to like make these kind of things like and then I'll be like, shut the fuck up. This is my job, like.
Yeah.
And we never heard from Jerry again.
Jerry
Can go fuck off. I don't know who Jerry is, but I have decided that he can go fuck off.
I get genuinely excited about just anything art related, you know? So a lot of times it's less me trying to like talk down to anybody and more like me just realizing that I learned something cool and that everybody might not know it. Even if some people might already felt like if everybody already knows it. Like I didn't know it, so I don't assume. So I'm just like, oh my god, did you know you could do this? Like the crystallized thing that I showed you, B. Where I was like, you could take this screenshot and then you could run it through this filter and it does like the crystallize and then it's like, bam, instant palette for you. And you're like, yeah, TikTok has that. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool. You know?
That's why I was like, you should make small TikTok tutorials, and you're like, Grandpa old and tired. Me go take nap now.
Grandpa do be old and tired.
But I feel like you have never. I don't know how to like say it, but I feel like you never have like overstepped like a boundary or like, you know, it clearly like I don't really believe in mansplaining unless it's like some certain people who then actually fucking do it.
No.
Like it's literally just like I'm a know-it-all and everyone else is inferior, so I have to like you're just sharing your knowledge because you're like I have never felt
Tap fucking knows his place.
Well, I have never felt like a moment where I was like, oh, Tap, like shut the fuck up, like I know these things already.
Really?
I'm just like, I have never had that.
Oh
I'm
my
just
God.
like, yes, babe. Share your knowledge and the things you
Share
have
your
discovered.
truth,
I
baby.
support.
I have moments like that regularly, and I'm me. I'm like, Jesus fuck, shut up, Tap.
Wyckoff says, my understanding it was talking down to someone about a topic. Lobbyist is here with a little peek. What's poppin', lobbyist?
Dude, I get that all the time.
Yeah.
Just shut up, Tap.
That's what we got.
These legs are way too small.
Grow bigger legs, forehead.
I'm trying. I God, it's really hard. You're big on oversharing info. You're always terrified. You're just mansplaining.
Well, I give you permission to mansplain. You have now officially gotten the
seal of approval.
free mansplain pass. If that's what you're worried about.
A free mansplain
You're
pass.
free. You're free. Now you can go ahead and share all your knowledge.
If you're passionate,
You're free!
if you're passionate about what you fucking talk about, like, I never want you to shut up. Like, if you were just hype about, like fucking the snail stuff, right? Like, if you want to talk to me about how cool you're finding snails, even if it's shit, I'm like, I have a master's in most of the shit related to this. But you can talk to me about it all the time. If you're like, oh, and I learned that snails did this, in the back of my mind, I'm not going to be like, I already fucking know. I'm going to be like, oh my god, that's so cool that you just discovered that. Like, isn't that amazing? Like, I don't know.
You need to make the bingy plumper.
Plump bingy.
Felt. Man, I went to like the pet store yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's where I'm probably gonna get my snails from. But I just wanted to like get the terrarium first and ask questions. And like half of the time, like if I ask something, the lady was like, yeah, I don't know, like I probably just knew as much as she did.
Oh yeah. Well,
but she was also like probably like just a younger person who just started working there. Like there is also like a older person who actually owns the company, so she probably would know more about that.
I think a lot of people discredit how much you can actually learn on like the internet. Like there are so many times where like, spoiler alert for people, by the way, and this might make you feel really uncomfortable about like going to the doctor or consulting a vet or anything like that. We Google shit all the goddamn time, where we're just like, fuck, symptoms like this? Question mark? And then like, you use your expertise in the field to like kind of weed out the answers and be like, okay, I was thinking it could have been like this kind of like, what I want pet. Like, oh, sorry, but like you're like I was thinking it was like this kind of thing, like maybe it was like it wasn't necessarily bloat, but like the stomach is twisted, maybe it's like an obstruction or something like that, and then you just like, because like the collective of all of human knowledge is way more powerful than any one person learning something, so it's like
it's interesting because like, of course, like if you have something serious, go to a doctor if you well, especially if you can afford it. I hope that there is like an option to go to like an affordable doctor, but still. But I also do that if I'm like, if I feel like I have a pain somewhere, or I don't know, my body is doing a weird thing, and I'm like Googling it, and people would have the same experience, like, man, you're just full, like you're just constipated, you're full of shit, like it's fine. And if it doesn't go away in like 2 weeks, then maybe see a doctor. Like they actually say like, there might be like a serious thing, like you might actually have to go to the doctor, but it could also be just, I don't know, you're full of poop, so maybe you should just wait it out and eat some fiber.
That's the most Midwestern fucking answer for anything, is like, maybe you gotta have a poop.
Just run it out. Just run the injury out. Have a little run.
Also, Labius, some species of pet snail can live up to like 10 years, which is like, you know, almost the lifespan of some dogs. Just letting you know. I think I also want to get a tarantula, like maybe at some point.
Really?
A little bit. Yeah, I think so.
Didn't you say you were arachnophobic?
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like tarantulas are different because they're big and fluffy, and they almost look less like a spider than a house spider. Like they have, like, of course there are like like it's more the ones who are like thick and fluffy and have them thick ass legs that I can deal with, but the ones like the skinnier, and the faster, absolutely not.
You say that, but if that tarantula escapes, your house is burning to the ground.
Yeah, my house is
Fuck
burning.
you, Tuna.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. But also, it's kind of like consoling because a lot of like the tarantula owners are like, well, if you get bitten by a tarantula, it's just like the same as like a bee sting, sort of, or like maybe a wasp sting. Like it's unpleasant, but you're not gonna die from it unless you have like an allergic reaction, which it's not really known if people are allergic to tarantula venom. Of course, like the New World ones are they don't have that much potent venom apparently. Yeah, losing a pet is no fun.
Tunikin, hello. My dad has a buttload of tarantulas. How many is a buttload of tarantulas? How many tarantulas do you fit up your butt?
Just asking for scientific reasons.
Just asking.
Nothing else.
For a friend.
For a friend named...
More than 50.
More than 50? Holy cow, they have more than 50 tarantulas?
Yeah, I feel that's like super common with like people who own tarantulas. Like they're like actual like hobbyists and like collectors. Yeah. Because like tarantulas aren't like a pet that you're like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna like let it out of its cage and let it like walk around. It's like, no, you keep it in its cage in like and that they're there for display, basically taken care of and display.
Oh yeah.
See, I feel like having more would be worse, because, like, then you wouldn't notice if one or two go missing. It has to be a easily countable number.
Yeah.
Would a tarantula like get lost easily? Like, wouldn't they like just go to like one spot and be like, this is
Time to
where I'm,
die.
like, this is where I'm living.
Herpetologists are like that too.
No.
What's now?
One of the egg sacs hatched without him knowing, and they go everywhere.
God!
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like that viral video where that guy was like, I think it was in his shower, and then he hit the one spider and it gave birth to like 1,000 little babies all over his shower. No. That's where I draw the line.
How big are like the average baby tarantulas? Because like if they're like teeny tiny, like that's my biggest fear is like just like baby spiders. They're like really tiny and they can like crawl in like whatever orifice and like web their way and then somehow also lay eggs in there, and then you have like tiny baby spiders crawling out of your nose holes and ear holes. Like and they're like eating your sinuses and your brain goop, and that's like...
That's one way to become Spider-Man.
Spider-Man gets his nose holes eaten and goops. No, I lost it.
Gets eaten alive by his own kind. Look out! He just fell from the sky.
Some of them are so fluffy, they remind me of my cat.
Oh.
They were like the size of my foam pad. They were a species that lives in trees, so they climb.
See, they would climb into my ear holes.
Probably.
Mayhaps.
I might, if left unattended, climb into your ear holes. Now this might seem like a deal breaker, but I'm a good guy. You can trust me, right? I have photos, yes. Please post them in our Discord. I will look at them, but will I be happy about it? Who knows?
Yeah, maybe put them like in a spoiler for people who are absolutely yeah. Like I think I can handle it, except if there's I was like at some point browsing through like TikTok, also like just spider stuff, because you know I'm kind of interested, and one of them had, I don't know if it was real, but they had like a black widow or something, but like the way their shape and their legs and like ooh.
We have so many black widows in California. Like, they're just all over. So when I lift my garage sometimes, my garage door, I have to like look underneath, because a lot of times that's where black widows like to lay eggs, and like they'll just be sitting there chilling, because like one time I tried to open the garage door and one was crawling on my hand, and I like quickly shoved it off and was like, oh my god, did I get bit? Am I going to die?
Turns out I'm no longer coming to TwitchCon with that information. I'm canceling my ticket.
There we go. I think this is like a good thing so far.
It's a good thing.
So if I at some point get a tarantula and you don't hear from me,
or Mouse, because he's killed both of you.
Oh yeah, how does Mouse feel about all that, by the way?
I don't know.
Is he arachnophobic?
He doesn't like spiders that much, but I think like if it would be coming to the point where we see like a big ass spider and I'm like, I'm too scared, like get rid of it, then he will do it.
Yeah.
Like he's the one who has to be like, oh, I guess I'll man up. But I did tell him like, well, tarantulas aren't that active, and you just leave them in your enclosure, and you have to feed it like only like every couple of weeks, so it's not that you have to interact it with that often.
Yeah.
And we are planning on buying a house at some point, so I will have
Aw.
with the purpose of like us having our separate workroom. So I would probably put the pets in my workroom.
Yeah. All right.
But I'm also just like saying this in like maybe in like a few months. I'm like, yeah, spiders, whatever.
I appreciate spiders as long as they're not on me while I'm asleep. Exactly, Lovius. As long as they're 40 feet away from me, they're fine.
I have a little jumping spider friend that hangs out in my windowsill. And so jumping spiders are weirdly social, but they'll like they wiggle their like little two front dealies to like and like their arms too, like they'll wiggle their arms to like communicate. And so I had one that was doing that to me, and just like because I was bored and I just saw it and I noticed I was like in the middle of drawing, and I started wiggling my two fingers like a peace sign, but then you like wiggle them, and it just stopped and stared at me like, what the fuck?
He's like,
what the
you
fuck?
understand?
Yeah, and so it started wiggling at me again, and I wiggled back, and then he just like kind of like ran up the wall and turned around and looked at me and wiggled again, and I was like, okay, goodbye. But he comes back every now and again, and he's just like, hello. And he wiggles, and I wiggle at him, and I think they're cute. I like them.
Get a terrarium for him.
Oh nah, he's a wild guy. I'd rather he be out and about doing his thing. I can't cage him.
Can't be tamed. I do think like if I would be able to communicate with spiders, I would have like a lot less fear about it, because then I could communicate like, hey, I'm not threatening, are you threatening? And then it can say, no, I am absolutely not threatening, I will definitely not murder you while you sleep.
And then it can
And
say
it lied
to
to you.
Then it can say to you, I will fucking end you. You're like, whoa, where's all this aggro coming from? It's like, I'm a fucking spider, bro. I don't know.
I could be like, hey, you can have any corner of the house you want. You can eat as many bugs as you want, as long as you leave me alone when I'm sleeping.
Oh, I'm
Any
gonna nest
corner?
right on top of your computer. I hope that's cool. You said anywhere. You said anywhere. I'm just following your rules. So I'm just gonna lay right on top of the computer here. I'm gonna little egg sac here, a little egg sac there, a little web here, a little web there. Oh yeah, like this is really feeling like a home. Hey, what are you doing? Those are my webs. You said anywhere. You said anywhere.
Oh man. Oops. We need to move this in just a smidge because it's got to overlap some. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it with like snails for a while.
Yeah.
But,
Really
you know,
don't do spiders no matter how big they are. That's fair, Twy.
even if they would have like big bahonka spider boobs.
I think they'd have trouble walking.
You're not gonna like the Thiervanites then in my new comic.
The what?
Oh, one of the species in our comic, one of the alien species is kind of like spider-like, but they got bahonkers.
You know, it's kind of funny when we had like the thing yesterday where I was like, oh, you have to make me really, which by the way, you don't have to do that. Like I was kidding, sort of. But then I was like still. But then I was like thinking about it, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool if it would be like, you know, like a spider alien lady with like a fat juicy ass and badonkadonkas, and it like eats like her like male, like just the male of her species.
Look, if you want me to make something where you just like you hate men, that's fine.
I don't hate men. I'm getting married.
I'm just kidding, but also check out Kinkwell. It's like the first the first like lewd art that I did was the spider boobas.
How big doesn't matter. It's if she makes like a normal female spider that matters.
Mm-hmm. Look, okay, I'm just gonna say this. I think we could all aspire to follow our spider sisters' examples of killing the men that we sleep with unless they give us food first.
That's exactly what Mouse is doing. I'm not killing him off because he's the one bringing me food.
Exactly.
Exactly. See, I get it. I know how it should work. That's the only reason why he's still alive. But if he doesn't come home right now and bring me food right now, he's dead.
Mm-hmm. For legal purposes, Mr. Bezos, that is a joke. Or is it?
Or is it?
Why are hands so fucking hard, bro?
Right. I feel like I'm making myself too much of a baddie while I'm like, absolutely. This is how I aspire to look like. Like I should do like a expectations versus reality.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, there's a mouse. You heard.
Oh shit.
You heard. He's gonna get chomped on.
Oh my.
Quickly, mouse. Get that pineapple drink from McDonald's and hurry home. No, coconut? Coconut.
No, it's
not
pineapple. No, you're right. It's pineapple.
What?
No, I think it was the coconut that Mick like.
I really like the pistachio, but they don't have that anymore. I think it was like the seasonal thing,
Look.
but the coconut is also pretty nice.
Coconut.
It's for
maybe.
Mint to eat, not Mouse. Mouse can have the pineapple one.
Oh, okay. I
Coconut one
was
is
gonna
for Mint.
say. Gotcha. Okay. I was gonna say. I was like. I mean, he should be getting pineapple. I'm just saying.
I know what you're putting down, but this one's for Mint.
Okay.
I mean, shouldn't I then also get like the pineapple one? Anyway.
Apparently, if you drink pineapple juice before you get your like wisdom teeth removed, apparently some people are having faster recovery times.
Did I tell you about the time I got my wisdom teeth out?
Maybe, but maybe not. So go ahead.
An hour after I got my wisdom teeth out, I went out for Thai. Tip can attest to this, and so can her fucking friend, who was like, "Oh yeah, when did you get your wisdom teeth taken out?" And Tip was like, "Literally, we just got there, like from there, like he's here now." But I like trigger warning or whatever for anybody who's disgusted by teeth stuff, right? So when you go through chemo, one of the things that can happen is that it can destroy your teeth. Because it weakens a lot of different things, and also, like, if you're nauseous and vomiting a lot, there's a lot of acid that can, melt away at stuff. So my wisdom teeth were, like, hollowed out. Like, there was barely anything left of them, and it was in agony. And I'm not even ashamed to say this on stream or anything, but I would have pain spikes so bad that I would literally piss myself. Like, it was, like, I would crumple onto the floor and just extreme pain. Like it was the worst. And so we finally went and got me into a dentist, and the guy, I have no idea what he was thinking, but he's looking at my teeth, like I'm there to get my wisdom teeth out. He's looking at it and he goes, "Look, about 32, there's, I don't know that we can save it. I don't know that we can, I don't know that we can do like a cap or anything like that." I'm like, "I'm here to get it out, dude. Like, just take it out. I don't care." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You're fine taking it out?" I'm like, yes, please. But I get it taken
to take out the wisdom tooth, or like some of your back.
No, the wisdom tooth.
Oh yeah.
So he takes out my wisdom tooth, and You know, he's apologizing about it. I'm like, that's literally why I'm here. But I was in so much pain beforehand, comparatively, that after the fact, I was just like, totally fine. You couldn't even tell that I had gotten my wisdom teeth removed. And it was like surgically. Like, they had to like anesthetize me and like, you know, they hit me with Twilight. They fucking like, you know, cut everything out, that sort of shit. And yeah, and I literally just went out for Thai afterwards.
Tap is powerful.
Yeah, Tap is just simply built different, honestly.
Look, I'm just saying, when you experience... Oh my god, so I guess I already talked about being on chemo, but... So I was going through chemo because I had stomach cancer. And it turns out you can be allergic to those drugs sometimes.
Oh.
Guess what happens when you're allergic to chemo? A, there's nothing they can really do for it, and B, you experience nerve flares. And if you don't know what nerve flares are, have you ever heard of shingles and how painful that can be? That's because of nerve flares.
I don't know what shingles are, but I'm still supporting...
it literally feels like every nerve in your body is on fire. To the point where, like, Tip could not literally, like, she couldn't touch me. Like, any movement, anything like that would, like, I'd be, like, just in agony, like, tears running down my face involuntarily. Like, I'd pass out from pain sometimes, but, like, I had to do it. They were like, I mean, there's nothing they could do. And guess what the name of the fucking drug was? Like, the treatment? The treatment plan is literally called 5FU. Like, how weirdly fitting is that? Just, like, this, like... Hey, time for your 5FU, time for your fuck you medicine. Like, great, cool. Thanks, Doc. Oh my god. Yeah, it's fucking wild, man. Anyway. But yeah, so...
I'm glad you don't have to go through that anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm actually at the...
sounds horrible.
Yeah, I'm actually at the point now where my doctor's like, hey, guess what? You're at the same risk as everybody else now. So like, you're totally fine. You know, like green light, you're good. Same risk of getting it again as like your average person. So I'm Gucci. I feel good. I'm happy. See, this is why I'm very stupid and happy. Is because like when you go through some dark shit, man, it's real hard to have a bad day. Hey, bud, you want to die or do you want to get fucked? Yeah.
How about get fucked while you're dying?
Oh yeah. Well, that's the whole thing about chemo, by the way, is like it's real easy to kill cancer cells. It's really hard to kill cancer cells without killing the person. So like they get you as close to death as fucking possible. They're like, how close can we get to you dying without you actually dying? And you're like, you know, that's cool. But anyway. That's too why I tell people, I'm like, you cannot do anything to me that would ever piss me off.
What was that? You found bagels?
Bagels?
Mouse found bagels. They better be like...
Mouse isn't gonna get eaten.
Picked them up by the trash can.
Is that where you found me?
Yeah. You don't have a nose.
I started working, like, it did... Maybe I should just, like...
Yeah.
You know what? I'm a fucking clown, so...
Cairo, how are
Also,
you doing,
like-
buddy?
How are you doing, buddy?
Buddy.
Yeah.
It's the 1 HP
Buddy.
challenge. Buddy!
I listened to the stream.
Yeah.
Store didn't have a lot of ingredients, so broccoli's kind of sad.
Oh. Well, it's
Oh.
also Sunday.
So fucking empty all the store.
Tell Mouse I said he's cute.
Like,
Pap says that you're cute.
I found all the ingredients we need, though.
Wow. Just ignored.
No, he just ignored.
Wow.
I'm cute. Oh, fucking yeah.
It's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy.
Buddy. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to like bring anybody down or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, point being,
Spend all your money.
I went out
I
for
meant
Thai.
mouse ignoring you.
All my money.
It's only expensive in this country.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Is mouse ignoring me? Mouse ignoring me was worse than cancer. No. Let's see. Speedrunning life, but it's a genocide no-hit any percent run.
Yeah.
I would know my mother just survived. Well, I'm glad that she survived. I'm glad that she's doing good.
It have chips.
How the fuck do I make this stew? How do I make this stew?
Damn, the store had nothing. Time to burn
Oh,
down the
no.
entire store.
Time to end store.
Some tomato.
Oh!
Time to cancel Finish Walmart.
Finish Walmart. Fallmart. Finmart? I don't know. I will. Huh?
So there's like a K market and supermarket and city market and whatever.
Wait, a what
apparently-
market?
So that's the name, like K market. And
Oh,
then
I thought you said a
Kmart,
gay
and then you have
market. I
K-
was like, whoa, what?
And
Sorry.
so, like, you know, like the K market is like the smaller store, and then the K supermarket is like a supermarket, and the city market is like the big grocery store, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before, it's like I wasn't there to witness it, but I think Mouse had told me that they used to like brand it so that, like, you know, the K supermarket was called like branded K,
Mm-hmm.
and the supermarket was branded KK.
Oh no!
Oh,
So I guess you know where I'm gonna go with, like, when they wanted to brand the city market.
Oh,
oh
no.
boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy!
And that's how Finland got ejected to the moon. Mint lives on the moon.
I do live on the moon.
What's it
Get
like?
me out of here.
Mint lives on the moon.
What are the aliens like? Are their titties big?
Are they fuckable?
If you just Google KKK supermarket, you'll find a picture of the storefront.
Oh, I'll Google it and post it in mods, because Mouse is like holding my arm behind my back.
So weird to get that like.
Yeah. KKK supermarket. Where is it?
Like this one.
Oh my god! Did I tell you I figured out the point cost that I'm gonna have for the end of stream thing?
Yeah.
69,420.
Yeah, that's attainable. I'm almost like 1/3 there. I will end stream.
Oh my god.
I like how it's IKEA colors as well.
What? Oh,
Oh.
the thing.
Picture.
Yeah. Let me real quick. Yup.
Gotta make sure to get my dumpy right. My most important feature. Maybe the only feature I have.
Oh my god. That is really funny too that it's like IKEA colors.
Now it's like more orange and blue themed.
Orange.
Yeah.
That's yellow. You mean like the stripes on the door?
No, that now the branding is like.
Oh, now.
Yeah.
I thought you meant in the picture, and I was like, Are you sure?
Does Mint is colorblind?
Can we get one for extending the stream by an hour?
Extending the stream by an hour.
Oh.
You already have to go to bed like an hour before I finish stream.
This is good, because Tap's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go on a date with my wife. Extend stream by an hour. Sorry, babe. The stream demands it.
She actually really loves watching me stream, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't even think she would mind. She'd just be like, oh, cool, more stream. I'm like, oh, no.
But babe, me hungry. I want the sushi bowl.
Oh my god, she makes such good food.
Oh. Delicious food. Not standing up straight at all. Makes sense.
You're like, yeah, that's me.
Yep, that's me. My name is B, and welcome to the Bizney channel.
The Bizney channel. How did I forget how to draw fucking hands, dog?
If Tap can't figure out how to draw hands, I think we're doomed.
All artists quit now.
What are you talking about?
It's over.
It's done.
I stand by the fact that I think both of you are way more, like, proficient artists than I am. What is that laugh? Is that like, duh, Tap, we been new?
No, didn't you hear?
You.
Yeah. Mint's
What?
like,
You guys just clipped.
she's calming you down. She's calming you down like a horse.
Oh,
Like,
I'm not a horseman. How many times do we have?
To me.
Huh? Oh no.
Haha, got him.
How many times?
All. Every time. How many times are you gonna keep turning me into a hole? And then he evaporates into dust, because Thanos just did the snap.
I like that meme of the, like people giving blowjobs when Thanos snaps. And it's just like a mouthful
The
of
giver or
fucking
the
dust.
receiver?
The giver.
Okay, that's not embarrassing as like coming back with like your dick out. You would just be like on the ground with your mouth open and that's it.
But you'd have a bunch of dust in your fucking mouth. Like, that's the meme, though, is like, it's this picture of a dude who has like just a shit ton of like Cheeto dust in his mouth.
It's like the
Oh, I thought you meant like
receiver who gets
the receiver.
done.
Yeah, I thought you meant they get dusted.
No,
Not-
no. Yeah, I don't know.
I see what you're putting down now.
Yeah.
I'm she.
I really made a more idealized version of myself, huh? This is the me I aspire to be.
She's
I
the
am giving up.
snail guy, duh.
Also, a shorter hair because my hair is like a rat nest right now.
Mm.
Actually, I should have done this in a square. It's okay, we can change it. It's not too late!
Mm-hmm.
Good stretch. File save. Just because then I can upload it to Instagram without having to do stupid little borders. Meh. That's right, Monk.
That one actually wasn't Monk.
And Mouse has
Who
the
was
stream
it?
open. So you just heard yourself.
I'm Monk?
You were Monk all along?
I am Monk. I've seen it all. It all. Everything. From the rat being in my dish and asking father to help me. From the intimate moments of being kicked off the bed and complaining.
We actually don't kick him off the bed, really.
So you.
If
So you're
done.
about to do
You're
walkie-talkie, and the cat
You're
is just
done.
like,
You're
I'm vibing.
No, actually, he's courteous, and he'll just be like, "Oh, this is happening? Okay, later, guys," and he just leaves himself.
Okay.
I'm not even fucking around. Like, he's just, I don't know. He just gets it, I
thought
guess.
you were gonna have like, I like when Odie watches moment.
What?
Yeah, that you wanted to make love to your wife and you don't mind if Odie watches.
No, I do mind if Odie watches. Get out of here,
I thought-
Odie!
I thought you were gonna have like that kind of a moment when you were like, I don't kick Monk out of the bed.
Oh, that's not how socks work.
How do they work?
They don't. They're all
Here we
terrible
go.
and bad.
Here we go. What do we think? Meet the artist. Show me what you got.
Show me the art. I need to make feet bigger. Or at least the slippers. They are quite big.
Oops. Woo! Wrong layer.
Ah, you fool! That wouldn't be a problem if you've been drawing all on one layer.
You
I'm a
fool.
fraud because I do have like a couple of layers. I don't know what this layer is, but it is a layer.
If I exclude the background, I'm still technically on one. Technically. If you could have any animal as a pet in the world and it wouldn't kill you, like it would be perfectly trained and obedient and love you deep and passionately, but in a platonic way, what animal would you pick?
Does it have to be a real animal, or are we talking like anything?
We'll do real first, and then we'll go anything.
Oh, that's tough.
And the fact that they are endangered doesn't matter in this
Yeah.
case. All right.
It doesn't matter if they're endangered. It doesn't matter if they're legal.
I think maybe a tanuki, just so I could like vibe with a tanuki.
My choice would be either a red panda or a possum.
Red panda's a good one too.
Red pandas are very good.
What choice is yours, B?
Windows. Lavius is your choice. Windows.
Windows?
I don't know. Lavius just said Windows. Oh, why do you need a critical update now?
Oh.
Yeah, that's Windows. Cheetah or a little fox, like a little like fennec fox.
Oh, foxes are
Oh.
also pretty good.
A fennec fox would be cute.
All right, now all the fake, the fiction.
A fucking xenomorph from Alien.
Terrifying. You want all that goop and all that egg laying in your house?
I want
Bruh.
all that egg laying inside me. No, just kidding.
And
You say that like I'm going to be having it just chill in my house and not just sick it on my neighbors.
yeah, but once your neighbors are dead, what then?
Then I'll sick it on
It's
other
gonna
people.
be killing. You're gonna kill everyone and everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking take over the world with a xenomorph.
Okay, brain, calm down.
What about you guys?
I all of a sudden have never heard, seen a magical creature before. I mean, yeah, of course a dragon. Like, why would I not go for a fucking dragon? But if it would be like... yeah, I guess.
Alexander Hamilton.
You'd keep Alexander Hamilton as a pet?
Oh hell yeah! I'd make him do jaunty tunes.
I think you're thinking of Lin-Manuel Miranda.
No, specifically Alexander Hamilton. He would show up and be very confused.
You'd give him the script. You give him the script. Like, hey, sing these. You sang these, right? Like, media wouldn't lie to me, right? My precious king Lin-Manuel Miranda would never lie to me about you singing these, right? And then he would be like, who is that? Where am I? Yeah, no, just sing the songs. I said fucking sing the songs. Oh, what is that contraption you're holding up? You shoot the wall. Bang! Oh my god, it's lightning in a...
They had
God,
guns
what do you
in
put...
that time period, B.
Not modern ones, though.
No, but I think if you see a shape of a gun...
Yeah, but
I
like
think you
their
would
guns were
realize-
like longer. Like they were like sniper size. Not like... actually, did they have like...
They
yeah, I guess
had-
pistols.
They had pistols, yeah.
I'm thinking of like the ones you always see in like the Civil War art where they're like super long and not like pistols.
My word!
You're like, oh my
What a
God, they
powerful
have, like,
flintlock!
lightning in the barrel. It's like...
Oh my god.
They had guns.
Yeah, if he doesn't do the songs, then he fucking gets got by the xenomorph.
Who said you could have two?
I did because
You're
I got a
being
fucking
greedy.
xenomorph.
Yeah,
could
the
be.
muskets. The long muskets.
They had flintlock pistols too.
Not in my headcanon. I'm rewriting history, baby.
Baby.
I mean, you already took like an important figure out of it, so history's gonna be fucked anyway.
Yeah.
So might as well fuck it up a little more.
Shit, you're right.
Maybe I should put on pajama pants, because, like, if so, like, all my other, so my outfit is not entirely black. Unless I've decided I do not care.
You know, a pet hedgehog would also be like kind of cute.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like having a rabbit, but then like
All the domestic
prickly.
ones are cute. Apparently there's wild ones and they are not friendly.
Oh, you mean the ones that eat their own shit, turn it into a foamy froth, and then spread it all over their bodies?
Probably those ones. There's like a fuck ton of them in Saskatchewan. They just live there. Like, they just... all the open plains. That's where they live, laugh, love.
Oh, yeah, hedgehogs are fucking disgusting, but, like, they're cute.
True. Did you see what they did to Sonic in the CGI movie before the internet bullied them? Ugly.
Mm-hmm.
because that's how every hedgehog looks like, just like Sonic.
We were just trying to be realistic. No, you did bad. Back to your corporate dome of shame. Fuck, it doesn't pick up me doing like a spray bottle noise with my mouth. So you're just gonna have to imagine it.
Psst, 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 psst.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go. Okay, there we go.
I had to throw my backpack up against the bed so I'm able to draw it.
You know, I spent all this time rendering the face. I'm done.
Just a sketch? No. It's the full drawing now. Wow. Flintlock pistols are not small. They're smaller than a musket, but not small.
No, they're not teeny.
So exactly, like little... And it's like a completely different design. Maybe they think it's a water gun. Oh, what if you could threaten them with a water gun? They wouldn't know.
They wouldn't know.
How would they know?
They wouldn't know.
How are they gonna know?
How would they know? Unless old-timey, like, historical figures works the same way as witches. Then
What?
there'd be when you spray witches with, like, water.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait,
What
if
were
you
you
summon witches, do
thinking?
they just have sudden knowledge of, like, the modern world? Like, what?
No. No.
Or are we giving historical figures the ability to spellcast?
A new D&D one-shot.
Oh my god, new D&D one-shot!
They all have to, like, you have to pick an historical figure and they have to be, like, wizards or warlocks and witches.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
If I knew about history. All I know is about Canada and Tim Hortons.
I don't know anything
I'm going to
about
be
history
I'm gonna
because
be a
I
bard
always-
named Alexander Hamilton.
Maybe I should be like Henry VIII because he fucking...
Big
fucking
bad
killin'.
Henry VIII.
Fuck, now are we just going by musical rules? I guess every historical figure has had, like, some sort of song or musical about them, huh?
Damn, Jesus Christ has a musical.
Jesus Christ had a musical, why can't I? Get on it!
Jesus Christ, superstar.
There we go. What do we think of my fucking... This is accurate.
Yeah, that's how Tap was like floating around TwitchCon. I can confirm.
Ugh.
Giving myself the forehead wrinkles, the eye bags, and the little like laugh lines, and the huge nose.
You got the
As
live,
I
laugh,
did.
love lines.
Like I look like a 12-year-old child who just has really bad skin.
Meanwhile, I'm on my 12th cup of coffee.
Yet it hasn't given you diarrhea yet.
I'm built different.
You sure are, Tap. I need a reference of my sweater. I don't remember how it looks like.
Obtain a sweater. That's two. Chain
Bless
death,
you.
apparently. I'm finally free. God has killed me. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Okay, see ya.
I low-key kind of love this. I'm really happy with this.
Very excellent. What do I have in my bag? Time to open it up. I have money. All right. I have a Canadian Tire refund card. A
You know
book
what?
of
As
checks.
you should.
I have a book of checks that aren't even mine. I think my backpack is just full of stuff that I all the side quests I have to do to see Dad, basically, are in my bag.
I probably have like a ton of receipts in my
Where the
bag.
fuck did my coffee go?
Did you drink it? Did you leave it in the kitchen?
I left it in the kitchen.
Shaking everything.
For free?
For free. And where is your live stream of you shaking it right now? Just asking for a friend, though. Come on, power bank, get the fuck out of the bag so I can draw you. See, I'm cool, and I have a We Bare Bears power bank.
I don't know what that means, but I support it.
But I'm not gonna. No judgment. It's basically just an animated cartoon.
You don't know what We Bare Bears is?
Sorry, no judgment from me, but judgment from Tab.
I don't think so.
Wonderful cartoon, both thumbnailed and fucking musicaled by the Louis Zong.
Don't know what that is.
Oh my god. I'm just kidding. Louis Zhang though is a really good he's a really good musician and a really good artist, and he makes...
I guess not good enough because I don't know him.
Oh my god.
Wow. He makes some wonderful music. He's done stuff for Steven
So much-
Universe.
So much for ever having him on any form of media we've ever done.
Wow, yeah.
It
Damn.
just blew that out of the water.
They have a... God, they're really clever, though. They have songs that have a ton of double meanings, where, like, there's one called Thumbnail, and it's, like, about literally doing the thumbnailing process for art, but also, like, about how hard it is to do, like, first impressions and stuff. And it's like, holy shit, this is brilliant.
I guess.
Well, I'll have to send you some of his music. Damn.
So good. Today we're just fighting everyone and everyone, I think.
Wow.
I was kidding.
Or am I?
Don't listen to her, Louis. You're so good. Watch them actually just, like, out of nowhere be fucking watching this and being like, it's too late. You're blacklisted in the entire industry. You will never do animation. You will never do storyboarding. You have been barred.
I've called all my foreign contacts. They will be seeing you shortly.
I mean, they are friends with, like, Rebecca Sugar and Alex Hirsch and, like, a ton of the people that are actually in the animation industry right now. I doubt that they would be the kind of person that would actually be like... They'd probably just be like, oh, well, I'm sorry that you don't like my music. Maybe is there something I could do that would make it better? Like, they're just really sweet and lovely. They have that little short, the Ghost duet. Oh my god. Let me see if I can find it. That's gonna drive me crazy.
I'm also really sweet and lovely.
So anyway, the Ghost duet.
God,
thank you
you're
for the
right.
follow, Cellulose.
Hi.
You're right. You're right.
Followed for the slander. Love to see it.
Hold on, I need to pause it. I don't want. But oh my god. They are wonderful. Let me. You know what? I'll just post it in general. They have some great music. Oh my god. Alright, what was I saying? Oh, right. I found them through Jessica Fong, who is Anreal. If you've ever seen their art, they have, like, oh my god, they have this weird, like, grimdark, gritty style that I just kind of like, it, like, tickles me pink. And also, all of their stuff is, like, tea related. Is everybody dead?
Yeah.
We're listening.
Oh. But yeah, like everything's like all tea related, but they there was this whole thing where it was like I don't know, they just have like a ton of contacts. And then I actually found out about Anreal or Jessica Fong through Stephen Yaffe. Like I was just vibing and like talking to Steven, and he was like, hey, check this person out, you'd probably like him. And I was like, okay, cool. I checked them out and then fucking loved them. And then I got to meet them at TwitchCon.
Wow.
I know, it was fun. And I lost B because like we were walking together and I stopped and I was just like, BAM! Hello! And I had no idea where B went because I got distracted. And then I caught up with her and then I made her talk to Rubber Ross.
Yeah, that went great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I understand, especially, like, it was the third day,
Mm-hmm.
It was the third day. You're stuck in a booth. You just want to move on. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it was cool. I have the sticker on my board.
At least he thought I was the weirdo. Because I kind of was.
No.
So I'm very friendly and unabashed about everything. Like, I have no shame. I will just, like, go up and talk to people and be like, we're friends now. What's up? And he was just really, really tired. And so I came up and I was just like, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Like, you're here. That's awesome. And he's like, hey, yeah. They're like, yep, I'm here. I was like, right on. How you enjoying the con, man? And he's like, well, I've been stuck behind a booth, so, you know. And I was just like, right on. Well, okay, cool. Well, have a good one, man. And I died a little on the inside.
Maybe next time you guys go to con, I'll try and go harass you. We're getting our comeuppance. I always tell people, especially like the communities I'm in, I'm like, fucking yell at me. Because like everybody's talking, it's hard to hear. If you see me, yell at me. Because like we were walking around, I think it was up at the Artist Alley too. I think it was that day too, where one of the people from the drumming PC community just like very like I think they were just saying to their buddy like, oh shit, that's gravity, like, or like they were trying to say it loud enough that I heard it, and then like it took me like we walked like 10 paces in one direction, and then I wait, did I hear my name? And then yeah, we talked to them for a bit. They were the ones that got the Rock Band guitar signed by Dragon Force.
Okay.
We talked to them for a bit. We talked to let me find the Clinic of Horrors author.
Yeah.
Mary Weatherly.
Yes.
They were cool. Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember I was like, I know Clinic of Horrors. How do you know Clinic of Horrors?
I can't believe Ross was a little bit of a dick. Well, like we were saying, Rick, it was a third day.
Yeah,
like you have to wake up early to put your booth together before anyone gets there. Like it's tiring. I get that, but like, we're not saying like, oh, they should have been nice or anything. We're like, oh yeah, like we get it.
Yeah,
yeah,
no, it was absolutely. Twy, you've met me and you've been listening to me probably. If I just showed up with this energy out of nowhere when you were exhausted from dealing with people all day, like that, I think that was the best I could have expected from him. Was just like, I've been stuck in this booth. Like, hello, it is nice to meet a fan. Are you going to buy something? Like, he didn't talk like that, but like that was the general like gist, you know? Like, he was actually fairly friendly. He was like, yeah, you know, I've been stuck in the booth, you know? I was just like, right, that was dumb of me. Like, I get it. It wasn't him. It was absolutely me. Like, I'm insane. I'm also the guy that kept walking around the con, and every time somebody had a free hugs fucking sign, I would be the only one hugging them. Everybody's like, you're gonna get murdered, Tap, and I'm like, I don't know, probably, but that guy got a hug.
Oh man, I think we told this story before, but like on the third day, Tap and I just like took every like energy thing we could find because we're insane. Because like on the third day, like nobody was there. You know, it was like pretty like there were still people, but it was actually like pretty quiet, like not too many crowds, like kind of deal.
Yeah.
So we had a chance to like go around to the booths actually. And there was a lot of people that were like, gamer gummies, like, definitely improves your eyesight. And then, like, all, like, the G Fuel.
Yeah.
It was called Gamer Fuel.
Oh my god.
But they have, like, this cool, like, design where you could reclose it. So we went there once, and we got massages on, like, our hands and, like, all the way, like,
actually didn't. I still tell Tip about that. Because I sat next to you because somebody else was already getting like an arm rub thing, and we were talking to that guy, and I got so distracted with us talking to him that somebody else just like kind of zooped in and started getting their thing like right when yours was done, and you were like, "Oh, we can wait, we can do it." And I was like, "No, that's okay. I don't want to like make us wait here." Like, because we were just talking to him, and like we helped him reconnect with his son or something too, right? Like, he was just like, "Yeah, you know, I've always been looking for something to like talk to my kid about, and like he's really into this art stuff, and you know."
When we had no content to...
Yeah! Oh my god, all we had were business cards!
Love to see it.
Oh god.
Basically, we're jittering out of our skin. I'm very surprised, like, during, like, the panel that we went to that, like, neither of us vomited or passed out.
Thank god we didn't.
Oh my god. That would have been... Yeah, thank god we didn't, but also would be funny now.
Yeah.
In the moment, I would have... Well, I probably would have been the passed out one. Or the vomited one.
We had, like, 3 of the gamer fuels, too.
Yeah, because we took one with us, and then we went back later.
Yeah, like, fucking... Like, yeah, every single, like, gives you energy, helps you focus. Like, it was all bullshit. It was just, like, loaded with, like, sugar and, like, just cracked out on all this shit. It was so much sugar, man. But, yeah, we were basically vibrating out of our skins. And we went to, like, a women in the industry panel thing. And it was, like, a super serious thing, but it was really interesting, which is why we went. But it was this super serious thing, and it felt like forever. Like, there were so many moments in it that just felt like it was taking forever. But I think it's because we had reached that point of transcendence where we were just like, we were moving faster than time.
We got high without being high.
I know. Oh my god.
Oh.
Because there's somebody came up to talk during, like, the panel thing. And I remember we were both like, God, that took forever. Like, just this whole thing.
I think it was because, like, they were explaining, like, literally every detail about the aspect. Like, they at first started with, like, their backstory. Mm-hmm. And then, like, the situation leading up to the question. And then the question. And then more explaining about the question. And then what the instructors were saying. And then them trying to, like, follow up on that. But being like, oh, but this, like, kind of idea.
But you were saying when you went back and watched the video, right? It was, like, only, like, a few minutes. Like, not even. And
yes, I wonder if, like...
And, like...
If it was maybe edited, but I don't know.
I don't think so. I think we both, again, I think we were just, like, so... like, moving so fast in time. Because we both vividly remember that story taking ages. And we were just like, oh, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I kind of want to just fucking go, dog.
Yeah, and then we had the interview after, and I think crying brought us back down.
Yes, oh my god. Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah,
we had a big cry in front of
it. So we can all, like, make memory too.
Hot tub.
Oh, yeah, get in the hot tub with us,
Mint. Come hot tub.
In the fucking hot tub, bro. Get in the fucking hot tub.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yes, come to TwitchCon, man.
When TwitchCon drops, I was gonna message you and be like, bro, we gotta get a hotel with, like, a fucking, like, hot tub again. Like, that's my only request. We could be staying, like, in the worst part of town, 20 miles underground. But as long as it had a hot tub.
I'll get us a nice hotel again, don't worry. Oh my god.
As long as it's a hot tub, I don't care. The rooms could be just the cement walls. It wouldn't matter, because I'd be sleeping in the hot tub.
Oh my god. I'm really sad. I'm really sad that we can't, like, that it's not going on right now. Cause like fuck, man.
Well, they said this year, but like we'll see what happens, you know.
Yeah.
Which that could change. I don't know, because they were running cons like last summer, but TwitchCon was like, no.
Yeah.
I wonder because I'm assuming they made a deal with like the place we were last time to like exclusively have TwitchCon there. Because like the first like 2 years they had it, they were flippity flopping in.
Yeah.
Between San Jose and San Diego. Flip flop on the clock. I also accidentally almost murdered XQC like 2 times. I'm sorry, man. Cause I almost kept like body slamming into him because like there were so many people.
Yeah.
So this is my formal apology to XQC. But yeah, I was looking for tap at one point. And I wasn't paying attention, which is my bad. Because I was more just trying to like scan the crowd as I was walking. And then I like almost like head on hit him. And I was like, shit, my bad. I'm surprised he didn't have like any security or anything. Or like they didn't like see me get it within like a meter and like body chuck me halfway across the convention, you know?
Like a Y/N moment.
You're right. That was my opportunity, and I let it go to waste.
Like you could have been sold off to One Direction and you didn't know it.
You could have been sold off to Twitch.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But it was fun. I recommend it more for the people than I do like what they had.
Oh yeah, no, it was kind of. Bezos, cover your ears. TwitchCon kind of sucked, like in terms of like what they had. Like we made it really fun. That's the only part that was. I mean, it wasn't all terrible, but like that being around the people we were around made it. You know, like my most memorable moments are like the times we spent with B, or like I think the fucking holding the drumming PC's fucking like computer head. And like,
wow, you see that as a good moment. I felt it as a terrifying experience.
It's the most memorable moment, not a good moment. I was horrified. And then the most handsome man I've ever seen in my entire life looked at me and went, "You're not Truce." And I went, "You're right, I am not."
Yeah, so basically the drumming PC gave me like his robotic head because he had to go out of the con and he didn't want to bring it in through security again. And he was like, "Can you hold it for me?" And I'm like, "Of course, anything." And then he went to go get his girlfriend at the time and bring her in. And he was like, "Okay, just meet me at the character meetup," which was 2 floors down because we were at the Artist Alley at the time. And I was just like shaking because I'm like, God, if I break this, he's gonna hate me. He'll never forgive me. And then we showed up to the panel completely fine. And everybody was just like, kind of like a little sus, like, "Did you rob Truce? Like, did you rob this man?" And then they were just like, "Oh wait, Gravity Bee, I know that one." I know that one.
You missed the part where I took it from you because you were like, "Oh, if I break this, he's gonna hate me." And yeah, it was heavy, and I was like, if I drop it and break it, I'm a nobody to him. He'll just hate me forever, and that'll be fine. And like what was it? Kazler looked at me and was like, "Who the fuck is this guy stealing the drumming PC's identity or like taking his shit?" And then noticed B and went, "Oh, we know Gravity B." Like I was a complete outlier. This dude thought I just like robbed Truce.
Can you imagine the audacity of robbing a character and then showing up at the character panel?
Fuck, right? Oh my god. Fucking horrifying. I was
'cause
shaking.
We were having trouble finding the Avid Media booth, and like it was super heavy, and I was just like,
No.
because we couldn't find the booth. We had to wait in like the lines to get down the escalator, and my little arms were just like, please, spare me.
Yeah, but like, yeah, shit like that is the most like meeting Truce and going out to the bar with him and like walking around and shit and like seeing Kazler and all sorts of shit like that. Like that was wonderful. That was great. But like, I mean, like we just kept going to like this fucking booth that had like this game thing because that was like
Yeah,
the
the
most fun
Omen
thing to do.
booth.
Yeah, the Omen
The
booth.
Omen booth is fucking rad.
Yeah.
I think they're an Avid Media competitor. I think they also make like stream cards and stream decks and stuff.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, the most important question I have for you, Mint. If you come to TwitchCon out here with us, right? Are you bringing Mouse, and can he share a room with me?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Are you bringing Mouse with you?
What was
can
the
he
second
share?
part?
And can he share a room with me? I'll set you guys up with your own hotel room, you and B, but I get Mouse.
You know what? Obviously, I would bring him with me because wherever I go, he goes. But most of the time, it's wherever he goes, I goes. If he wants to share a room with you, that's up to him, not me. Like that's all fine by me.
Okay, Mouse, buckle up, bud.
Ask right now.
We're gonna be telling ghost stories all night.
If we would ever go to the USA and for TwitchCon, and even if Tap would be like booking the hotel rooms and whatever, would you room up with Tap?
If I can spoon him.
Yes!
Spoon or little spoon. Which spoon do you want to be?
You know what? I'm a pretty big guy, but I would love to be the little spoon.
Tap says he would love to be the little spoon.
Whisper nice things to his ear.
I don't know if you heard that, but Mouse said he will whisper nice things in your ears.
Aw, babe. Damn.
Are you flustered?
So good. So good.
Whew! No, good guy Mouse, damn. Coming in with a
Mouse
save.
isn't giving you a cheeseburger right now.
Hold on, wait. I missed some chat. I'm sorry. I had a chance to meet Imakuni and Vinny from Vine Sauce at Too Many Games 2019, but totally seized up and panicked. I don't think you've told us that story. Maybe you did. I have a bad memory. You'd panic if you ran into all of us at TwitchCon? Really? Why would you panic if you met it? Like maybe Mint, because she'd be carrying around all of her snails and like they'd all be whispering into her mind and be like, "You must give us all of your possessions." But
I don't think they'd let the snails in through the door.
You don't.
No,
Honestly, you could probably
but
get
I
it
would just be
away.
like, "Hello, security. I have here my 30 snail children. May I please enter?" Of course, I'm gonna smuggle them in.
Honestly,
Well,
on the
them in,
first
like, my
day, you
bra.
could probably get them through. On the third day, not so much.
Yeah. I don't know why that just but like your thing, the way you're holding your snail like that, makes me think you're like some powerful either superhero or more likely a villain, where you're just like, all these snails will get into your mind brain and you will become my minions.
Nice minion.
Neither a superhero or a villain. You're just
Anti-hero? Civilian.
I'm a civilian.
No. I see you like
Civilian.
Snavillion. I see you more like a Batman villain. You know what I mean? Where like
emotionally damaged,
Uh,
like probably should be ending up in the asylum. Has like
yeah,
a weird
you got it.
obsession
No,
with
I
everything.
meant because the villains are always the most interesting part of Batman for me anyway. They've always got really cool stories and like they've always got like really cool powers and stuff. Like Scarecrow has this whole thing, you know, and you know, anyway, whatever. I just fucking you try so hard, and you just fucking never.
I think I need to make my crotch lower.
Oh my god, I have a thing for you. Hold on. Let me.
And let's not like act that we have a thigh gap. Absolutely fucking not.
I'm not a big fan of thigh gaps. I don't get the people who are like, that thigh gap. I'm like, nah, man, give me the squish.
Well, I don't know. If a person has it, then I have it. It doesn't matter to me if.
Yeah. There you go, man. I posted it in mods.
Hold
Nail
on,
or
I have to
nail?
use my trackpad. It's. But. Well, why should it be like it's Snailer Smoon or something? I don't know. It should also
Smoon.
Smoon.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. Very good.
I saved it specifically because I thought of you.
I am grateful.
This is too dark. There we
But also, like, I'm not that snail obsessed. Like, come on.
go. Why are you always gonna turn it into? I saw a meme that I thought my friend would like.
Yeah, but like now I'm gonna become like, oh, the snail friend.
Oh my god.
It's
Snan.
like, oh hey, like, are you still friends with that one like snail freak? You know, like
Snail
it's gonna end up
freak.
like that. And you're like,
What?
oh, Mint, yeah.
Why do you always make it so hard to be your friend? Just let me be your friend and be nice.
Because
Let
I can
me
never have a good thing. I'm not allowed to be happy.
Let me in. Not allowed to be schmappy.
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 Oh my god, is this how, like, is this how it actually looks like? They have like a cropped sweater and then like super loose, what do you call it? Like, what are those pants that are like high waist pants?
Mommy pants.
This looks horrible.
Mommy pants.
Maybe I need to like check the anatomy on this one. Like,
So if you're just joining us now and you're new to the Goof with Gaffs, if you want more, hit that follow button. We're live every Sunday around 2 p.m. EST. Mwah.
Trying to think of what I actually have in my satchel.
Pokemon.
Oh
lot
my
of Pokemon.
god. Yeah, okay. Do you mind if I tell that story?
Yeah.
Or the idea, I guess. So, I was gonna do this in the last TwitchCon, but they canceled it. I kind of look like Professor Birch, just accidentally. Like, I always have flip flops. I always have like the khaki shorts and the fucking like white overshirt.
is that the daddy one?
Don't say it like that.
But is it?
Maybe.
It's, the guy
But-
was... I'll put a picture in
Uh-huh.
mods.
Okay, but I look just like him, like to the point, and like I've got a satchel that looks just like his, and like the same color shirt and everything. And somebody pointed it out, and I was like, oh my god. Like, I just look like I'm cosplaying him. Like, just a really good cosplay of him. So I was like, you know what? I am going to just cosplay as Birch next time. I'm literally just going to wear the clothes I normally wear. And go out. And Tip and I were going to knit a bunch of little starter Pokemon. And I was going to wander around TwitchCon asking people which starter they choose. And then if they were like, oh yeah, Charmander or Squirtle or whatever, I was just going to pull out a little one and just hand it to them. And then just like walk around and give people, like have hundreds of these Pokemon in my satchel. And just hand out little knitted Pokemon.
Hell yeah.
And be like, enjoy your Pokemon journey.
No. The third line of Google is like the like fat fetish Professor Birch stuff.
No.
I've been cursed.
That's my fan art. Sorry.
I posted it in mods.
It's my
not
Tap
that,
fan art.
but what Professor Birch looks like, man. It's in mods.
Yeah, it's the
No. No.
You've killed him.
Leave Grandpa alone.
Well, then don't look like him. That's not my point.
Don't be daddy.
Don't look like a daddy then, Tap.
Don't be a dad, forehead.
So yeah, if anybody wants to know what I look like, just take Professor Birch and give him an undercut.
I'd rather
Oh,
give
I
him
guess
an
in more of
uppercut.
a beard. What was that?
Boy.
What'd you say?
I said I'd rather give him an uppercut.
An uppercut? Why?
It was just a joke, son.
Son.
I'll take son over daddy, thank you. I don't want to be anybody's daddy.
Okay, Tap, you're my mommy in Bigfoot.
Oh yeah, that's right. I like that you paused for a second, but in Bigfoot.
And IRL.
Oh no. Wait, no. Boop.
Perfect.
Well, you have to be mad. It's just a Pokemon.
Why angry? It's just fake monsters.
What do you
Go
mean,
back
fake?
to Mons.
Go back to Mons.
Let's go back to Mons so I can kick your ass there too.
It's not my ass, please.
That's art I made for you a while back, if you remember.
Mon?
Yeah, I made a sticker that was the bee Pokemon. It was the shiny one. And it said, let's go back to Mons so I can kick your ass there too. Because we were doing Overwatch. And somebody was like bitching and being like, go back to Mons, like Pokemon, God. Because you were like fucking wrecking them. And so I made you a sticker that said, let's go back to Mons so I can kick your ass there too.
We're going back to Mons, people. As soon as Arceus drops, I'll kick everyone's ass there. For free.
For free.
I hope it's like Sword and Shield where you're able to like transfer Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Because where would I be without Socks?
Socks. He does jazz hands. You gotta keep Socks.
Everyone has to keep Socks.
Man, you have a
Is that
Switch,
Sock?
right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we not friends?
Are we not?
Are we? Am I being stupid? Wait a
Are
minute.
you thinking about Chris?
Because I think I have invited you to my island on Animal Crossing before.
Oh yeah. Okay, never mind.
Damn. Really
I'm
put on the
sorry.
spot, huh?
I'm stupid.
Whoop.
I'm very stupid.
Got boosted back to match.
Man.
Claro.
Huh?
Yeah.
Let's say I can't believe that Chris insulted Tanukis right in front of me.
What's the tea on that?
Oh, Bee's Island had like a little Tanuki statue, and I was like, ah, Tanuki! And Chris was like, I fucking hate Tanuki. He's like, God, they're disgusting. And I was like, oh! He's
They
like,
don't
"Just-
like big sweaty balls. It's a preference.
They don't like big nuts.
They don't like
Generic
big nuts.
question
They
time.
are weak. What's your favorite Pokemon for all three of you? Go. Question from lobbyists.
Hold
Goomy.
on.
Oh, you have to think about it.
Yeah, because I don't play Pokemon that much, but
Brr.
I really like. I don't remember what it's called, but like what is it called? Stuffles or something. I really.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like the baby,
That's a
like
good
the
one.
first mode. I really love him there.
I have a pin of him.
I also love Gengar. And like I don't know what the name is, the one that looks like a pumpkin.
Pumpkaboo?
Is that what it's called? Yeah. that
Yes!
one.
Oh, I love it.
Like, I'm sorry, I don't know like the names. I'm not like that into the Pokemon universe.
No,
like, I can
that
maybe
wasn't-
only name the first generation.
That wasn't an angry thing. That was an exciting thing, because I love
Yeah,
Pumpkaboo.
but you know, I had to make that
Clear for the
disclaimer
audience,
for like
yeah.
any Pokemon weeps in chat.
Pokemon weebs.
Sorry, Pokemon nerds, whatever, same thing.
Okay, B, did you say yours? I'm sorry.
Of course, it's Saladit. Has to
Yeah.
be.
Salad tits?
Salad tit, yeah. I do like Beware as well, but Salad tit.
Mm-hmm. Salad tit just hits different.
Lobbyist is
Also,
throwing riot.
the fucking
The fucking
the one rabbit, but like only the first stage because the
Oh,
second stage is
Baneri.
a little bit too.
Yeah.
This,
too sexy for your taste.
it's still it has a little bit too many curves for my
Sexy.
taste. I'm like, I know that there has to be a lot of Rule 34 for
You
that
don't like the
one, and-
waifumons?
No.
I understand, John. Tip mentioned liking Lopunny, and Baneri, because she just likes rabbits, and I just started tearing into her, and I was like, wow, you might as well just pick Gardevoir, hun. And she's like, what do you mean? I don't get it. And I was like, you're so innocent. You don't know.
I understand.
Yeah.
Well, the Gen 2, like, I do like, fuck the names. Was it like Chikorita?
Chikorita. The leaf.
Chikorita. I do, yeah. I like her too. Maybe immediately when it's such like a female name, I immediately like gendered it.
No, that's fine.
I said female only. If it's a man, then I don't want it. Because apparently I hate men, according to Tap.
According to Tab.
I mean, okay, maybe I'll make a lot of jokes about how men suck sometimes, but it's only the specific ones, okay?
Don't worry, Tap. You're one of the good ones. Or am I even?
Well, you're on thin ice, but I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding.
It's okay, Ellie. I like me. Primarina. Alright.
No idea who that is, but
I-
No, I probably do. Hold on. When I see it, I'm like, oh yeah, this bitch.
It's the idol, the seal thing that's like sings a lot. In terms of water starters, I wasn't really a big fan of like Poplip and
damn, I wish I could be her.
And that kind
this
of stuff.
This is who I aspire to be.
I was a very big fan of Piplup and Empoleon and stuff like that. But like Mudkip, unironically. I know everybody's like, I heard you like Mudkip. No, like I loved Mudkip. Mudkip was cute.
It's cute.
Tip got a the most recent one, Sobble, and named it Mudkip. And I was like, okay, insane, but go on. And then I got her a Mudkip, and she named him Mudflap. So I was like, okay, all right. It's always a good time when you let Tip name stuff for you.
I feel like Tip is like setting the standard way too high. Like us other women can't compete.
We were playing Ark and we had like I was like, okay, what are we gonna name all this stuff? And she started naming my raptors and stuff, and I was like, okay, what's this one's name? And she's like, Pretzelina. I was like, okay. She's like, what about this one? She's like, Strawbalina. Like a lot of Linas, okay. And she started naming one like Peanut and Cashew and stuff like that. I was like, what? Why all this stuff? And she's like, because it's a pack of raptors that you take out on the trail. I was like, what? She's like, it's trail mix. I was like, God damn it! Like the male one was like Mr. M&M. I was like, oh my fuck, like woman.
Yeah, I'm like, we can't compete. Like we should just abandon our womanhood.
It's
over.
Become man. Or I've always loved Arcanine, but I'm terrible at playing properly. I favor the nice looking one over the useful ones. Same. I love that whole evolution line, but Primarina is my beautiful glass canyon, and she's special and I love her. I will admit that I always choose Mudkip if available because Swampert is absolutely broken.
Look, I love Mega Swampert. Just for the fact that it goes from being like, hey, what's up, I'm real doofy, to like, bruh.
Brother.
Do you even lift, brother?
Oh, what do I dislike?
Me. Draw a little tap blob.
Okay. He's crying because he doesn't belong here.
I can't believe.
And then he turned into a Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh god, it's Freddy Fazbear.
Oh no.
I hope that this rendering is acceptable enough for everyone.
Yeah, that looks great.
It's a little bit messy, but like I never am not.
Oh god, Mega Swampert sweating.
Mm-hmm. What else do I have in my bag? Oh my god. Well, you could just get Mega Swampert for free. True. Oh my god. What else do I have in here? Hold on.
You know, I have to like confess a sin.
Oh.
I have never finished a Pokemon game except like the Sword and Shield one.
Are we talking about you haven't like beaten all the gyms, or you haven't collected all the Pokemon?
I haven't like beaten all the gyms. Like I just give up halfway, like lose interest, and then most of the time start over.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. If it was the collect all the Pokemon one, I'd be like, oh fuck that noise. Nobody's got time for that shit.
we had time for that noise.
Well, that's because we made it a contest.
And then you threw it.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It was funny and sweet. Tip told me you were the opposite of cheating.
The opposite of cheating?
Yeah,
I don't know what
because
that
you
means, but I
didn't.
support
You
it.
weren't evolving like stuff you already had to knock your number down lower.
Oh, yeah.
But I get what you were doing, and it was sweet. No, I don't. No, I'm not mad about it or anything. But
good.
we did do all that. We did do all that. And fuck, what was my original point? Oh, so the newest game, basically as soon as I could have done co-op, I think it was with Lemon and John, and I think maybe Tap, maybe it was just Lemon. But like she slapped down a Beware, and that became my strongest Pokemon, and just immediately fucking wiped out everything. Like all the other Pokemon I had in my party didn't fucking matter. Like it just plowed through the entire game for me.
I think it was stronger than any Pokemon like you could have gotten at the time.
Yeah, because it scales down to at least like level like 50 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like it scales down to still a high number.
Yeah.
Because like technically they're just like, oh, you're too baby to raid technically. Like you're supposed to do baby raids that are in your thing, and then Lemon was just like, ooh, a 5-star. Murder and kill.
Oh my god, real quick. That render of that fucking snail, holy shit. That looks like you just found a picture of a snail online, like a real picture of it, cut it out, and then just pasted it into your, like, fucking
Well, maybe
thing.
maybe from where you're seeing it, but like if you look up close where I am,
oh man, it's
bruh,
gorgeous though.
it's rough.
Good job. Good job. Babingy.
Babingy.
Do you actually have tiny bee slippers like that?
Yeah, I'm wearing them right now.
Homie.
I sent a picture to the group chat like a while ago. It was a while ago.
Oh, okay. I
not like-
probably lost my shit then too.
It was before Christmas. I think it was in like November. Maybe. Remembering things, not me.
What the fuck don't I like?
You hate NFTs.
Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah, I do hate NFTs. Twycross, you kill me every time. I went out of my way to like look for a shiny Farfetch that was like in the region that hadn't been named, that was like the right everything for Twycross, because he was like, yeah, so for like a year straight I've just been at the point where you can catch Twycross or Farfetch, so I could get a Surfetched that was shiny, and he just had a mountain of dead Farfetch'd by that point. Yeah, he said he rocked up to the second gym with a level 80 Pokemon. Like, just grinding that tiny area. And so I was like, this is breaking my heart here. So I, like, found some legendary thing, and I did, like, a couple trades, and then, like, gave it to him, and was like, your quest is done. Leave the Farfetch'd alone. And then I found $20.
Is it a good $20?
No.
Oh.
It told me my hair was fat.
Your hair was fat.
Oh yeah, that's this is a nonsensical, like, insult that I always say between me and Tip. Like, we joke around with each other and we're like, your hair is fat. Like, that's why I'm divorcing you. I don't know, we play, like, this weird, like, toxic relationship, like, chess. Like, we like, joke around with each other. Because we communicate about everything. Like, you know, it's just, like, I don't know, we don't argue. Like, we've been together for, like, God, like, 15 years, and we haven't had a single, like, argument. Like, we disagree on stuff, but, like, we never, like, shout or yell or, like, fight. And so what we'll do is we'll be like, I'm leaving you because you never did the dishes, and what it's really about is the fact that I feel like you don't appreciate my time. And she's like, okay, well then I'm going to retaliate by comparing you to like this other guy that you might feel insecure about. And I'm like, okay, well then I'm going to mention that like I'm going to compare you to your mother and imply that it's a bad thing. And she's like, okay, well then I'm going to take an unnecessary shot at like your manhood and imply that you have a small penis or something like that, and that you've never been able to please me. And I'm like, okay, well then I'm gonna blow up and like lose it, and as an act of physical aggression, I'm gonna punch a wall to try to intimidate you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we just try to figure out like who would win in like the most toxic thing. Because like it's shit that we would never do to each other, but like we recognize that like that happens with couples. Like there's a lot of, or like not, you know. I'm sorry if you're going through that, anybody that's watching, like, it in reality, but, like, to us it's kind of silly because it's like, just talk. Like, a million things can be solved by just talking. Just being like, hey, I'm feeling kind of insecure today. Do you mind reassuring me? You know? I don't know.
Tip, your titties look extra juicy today.
Oh, I tell her that every day.
Yeah, but like today they're extra juicy.
Her favorite thing is the that joke, the like, damn girl, you shit with that ass. I'm sorry I talk about her so much.
Yeah, how dare you?
I don't know. A lot of people don't like it when
how
they
dare
like...
you talk about the love of your life?
I don't know.
Like, never mention her ever again.
Some people get annoyed by that. Like the time I got shit-faced and all I did was talk about her for like 3 hours straight about how she was my best friend. Hello, Monk. You are my friend too. Hello.
He was like, excuse me. What about me?
Whew! You smell, cat. How do you smell? Why are you so stinky? Rarely talk about my wife, but I am determined to share her art. Yeah, Labius, your wife's art is like really cool. Like, it's really good. Oh, I'll be right back, actually.
It's time to fuck. Oh no, our art is gone. Never mind. Actually, I feel like it's time for me to go to bed because I have to wake up early. Ugh.
Ow.
Oh well.
Ow.
Would it be inappropriate if I would leave already? I don't know how long. Well, we've been going for 2.5
like
hours.
2.5 hours? Yeah, if you need sleep, get some sleep, my guy.
Yeah. Well,
Sleep.
I'll be yeeting myself out of here.
Oh, the picture of the spiders. Wow, 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 wow.
Fine.
Wow.
Guess I'll just I'm just
Behold.
just save.
Wrap it up here. That'll do us for today. Thanks for coming, everybody. We hope you enjoyed all of our nonsensical ramblings and good art. Come check us out next Sunday.
Yeah,
Are
if
we
you're not
still going to
following,
do the same thing? Who knows?
if you're not following and want to see more of our goofs and gaffs, be sure to follow. Like Tap said, every Sunday. And when
Yeah.
Tap goes to the end screen, I want him to count for at least 15 seconds in his head, so I don't have to scramble to edit the last little bit.
I'm sorry. Thank you for the follow, Tunican.
Thank
Or
you.
Tunican.
Thank you.
Alright. Well, thanks for coming, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.